Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. This is another request by the Geek Life. Again, he's going through some issues that he's sent these requests out, so he'll have something to watch while he's going through some issues. And I'm proud to do it, man. So this one is called Blackadder's Best Insults by Nationality. And he said that Blackadder is a protagonist in several series, each taking place in a different historical period, played by Rowan Atkinson. So, all right, man. I don't know who Rowan Atkinson is. I don't think. I don't know. Maybe I do and just didn't know the name. But let's get into the intro, and then we'll come back. I mean, we'll go right into the video. So here we go, y'all.
Oh, no, the bloody Russians have pulled out of the war.
Well, we soon saw them off, didn't we, sir? Miserable, slant-eyed, sausage-eating swine.
The Russians are on our side.
So the show's cancelled. Permanently.
But what about the men's morale, sir, with the Russians out of the war and everything?
Oh, for goodness sake, Blackadder, have you been living in a cave? The Americans joined the war yesterday.
So how is that going to improve the men's morale, sir?
Oh, because, you gibbering imbecile, they've brought with them the largest collection of Charlie Chaplin films in existence.
That's Mr. Bean.
George, are you trying to tell me that you are the General's perfect woman?
Well, yes, I rather think I am.
I'm going to marry her on Saturday, and I want you to be my best man.
I don't think that would be a very good idea, sir.
And why not?
Because there's something wrong with your fiancée, sir.
Oh, my God, she's not Welsh, is she?
Have you ever been to Wales, Warren?
No, but I've often thought I'd like to.
Well, don't. It's a ghastly place. Huge gangs of tough, sinewy men roam the valleys, terrifying people with their close harmony singing. You need half a pint of phlegm in your throat just to pronounce the place name. Never ask for directions in Wales, Baldy. You'll be washing spit out of your hair for a fortnight.
My Lord Emperor, I, the Duke de Darling, bring news. The English have reached Waterloo.
Good, prepare to attack.
Very well. But first, I would like to ask, why do we want to invade Britain in the first place? I mean, their wine is made of the pee-pee of cows, and their women all have big beards.
We invade, darling, because the British think they are so tough. They think we French are sissies. They call us weeds and whoopsies and big girls' blouses.
With respect, my Emperor, we are whipsies. We invented the tapestry, the souffle, and the sweet liqueur. We will be slaughtered the minute we mince up the hill.
Do not despair. It is my firm belief that God hates the British. He will intervene miraculously and send us a glorious victory on this field of Waterloo.
Oh, bravo! The lovely uniform today, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I think it works.
There have been subversive mutterings amongst the men. You'll recall the French army last year at Verdun, where the top echelons suffered from horrendous uprisings from the bottom.
Yes, sir, but surely that was traced to a shipment of garlic eclairs.
Hi, good morning, Miss Biggins.
Bonjour, monsieur.
What?
Bonjour, monsieur. It's French.
So is eating frogs, cruelty to geese, and urinating in the street. But there's no reason to inflict it on the rest of us. I'll have a cup of coffee and some shepherd's pie, please.
We don't serve pies anymore. My French clientele consider pies uncouth.
I hardly think that a nation that eats snails and would go to bed with the kitchen sink if it put on a tutu is in any position to preach cuteness.
If you would excuse me a moment. Of course, of course. Now I've got my lovely fire, I'm as happy as a Frenchman who's invented a pair of self-removing trousers.
It's the latest issue of King and Country. Oh, damn inspiring stuff. The magazine that tells the Tommies the truth about the war.
Or alternatively, the greatest work of fiction since vows of fidelity were included in the French marriage service. I don't believe it. A German prison cell. For 2.5 years, the Western Front has been as likely to move as a Frenchman who lives next door to a brothel. And last night, the Germans advance a mile and we land on the wrong side.
Bill, mate, we're both working class. We both hate these rich bastards. I mean, come on, me old mucker. Just let me go. You've got nothing against me.
On the contrary, I hate you English with your boring trousers and your shiny toilet paper. Your ridiculous preconceptions that Frenchmen are great lovers. I'm French, and I'm hung like a baby carrot to a couple of people. Farewell, old mucker. And death to the Aristodes!
Death to the Aristodes! Shut up, mouse brain.
Mouse brain.
She is famous for having the worst personality in Germany. And as you can imagine, that's up against some pretty stiff competition.
Now then, soldier, you looking forward to giving those Frenchies a damn good licking?
No, sir. It's the Germans we should be licking, sir.
Don't be revolting, Dan. I wouldn't lick a German if he was glazed in honey.
I've heard what these Germans will do, sir. They'll have their wicked way with anything of woman born.
Well, in that case, Baldrick, you're quite safe. However, the Teutonic reputation for brutality is well-founded. Their operas last 3 or 4 days. They have no word for fluffy.
I'm Oberleutnant von Gerhard. I have a message from the Baron von Richthofen, the greatest living German.
But considering his competition consists entirely of very fat men in leather shorts burping to the tune of She'll Be Coming Round the Mountain, there's no great achievement.
The war started because of the vile Hun and his villainous empire building.
George, the British Empire at present covers a quarter of the globe, while the German Empire consists of a small sausage factory in Tanganyika. I hardly think that we can be entirely absolved from blame on the imperialistic front.
Oh, no. No, sir. Absolutely not. Mad as a bicycle.
And no casual girlfriends.
Skirt? Ha! If only. When I joined up, we were still fighting colonial wars. If you saw someone in a skirt, you shot him and nicked his country.
And yet, sometimes you sound as if you very well haven't enjoyed soldiering at all.
Well, you see, George, I did like it. Back in the old days, when the prerequisite of a British campaign was that the enemy should, under no circumstances, carry guns. Even spears made us think twice. The kind of people we liked to fight were 2 feet tall and armed with dry grass.
Oh, now, come off it, sir. What about Mboto Gorge, for heaven's sake?
Yes, that's a bit of a nasty one. 10,000 Watusi warriors, armed to the teeth with kiwi fruit and guava heart. After the battle, instead of taking prisoners, we simply made a huge fruit salad.
How lucky you English are to find the toilet so amusing. For us, it is a mundane and functional item. For you, it's the basis of an entire culture.
Say, this is interesting. There appears to be a large orange hedge moving towards us.
That's not a hedge, Consul. That's the Scots.
Yeah, so I think that was Mr. Bean, and I've seen a few Mr. Bean commercials, or not commercials, but skits before, and I don't think he talked in those, but he's a good actor, man. So yeah, those were cute. You know, I mean, some of them you could tell the video quality. It looks like someone was filming it from a television screen, but yeah, man, it was entertaining. But thanks everybody for showing up, and if you're still here, thank you, and consider, if you like what I'm doing, consider hitting the like button. And shout out to the Geek Life for supporting this channel through Buy Me a Coffee. This was his request, and man, I'm happy to do it. All right, y'all, so till I see y'all again, I'll catch y'all down the road. Bye, y'all.